We'll now call this regular meeting of the Jackson County Board of Education to order. And just as we always do, we're going to take the first few moments of our meeting to reflect on the things that are going on here in our county and our state and our nation, and the business of the board, and just the magnitude of the decisions that we make here that affects not only the five of us, but certainly the children of this system. And we're honored to be able to do this as board members, and appreciate the support and the thoughts and prayers that go along with that. So if you will, bow with me, please. Thank you. All right, so the first thing we need to do is approve our agenda, and during the work session, we did go through and kind of group some things together, so it should move a little more quickly than our executive session did for y'all. So do we have a motion to approve this agenda?
I make a motion.
We have a motion to approve.
Second.
A second. Any discussion on the agenda? Then all in favor of approving this agenda as it's presented, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. So first item on our agenda is our financial audit exit presentation. And Ms. Buffy, we'll turn this over to you, and you can introduce our guests and go from there.
This is Adam from the State Department of Examiners. He was the supervisor over our audit, and he's just got a quick statement to make. I know we had an exit interview earlier, but this is his official statement.
All right. Yeah.
In accordance with the provisions of Act Number 2006-196, Acts of Alabama, I am here on behalf of the State of Alabama Department of Examiners of Public Accounts to present our audit report on the Jackson County Board of Education covering the audit period October 1st, 2003 through September 30th, 2004. We conducted our audit in accordance with the generally accepted auditing standards and the governmental auditing standards for the purpose of rendering an opinion on the financial statements and determine whether the board complied with applicable laws and regulations. And we also conducted an audit of the board's federal programs in accordance with those same standards and requirements of Title II U.S. Part 200, also known as the Uniform Guidance. We issued an unmodified opinion on the board's statements as of September 30th, 2024. This means that the financial statements are presented fairly in accordance with the generally accepted accounting principles. In addition, we issued an unmodified opinion on the board's major federal programs, which were Title I and the Education Stabilization Fund. The local schools selected for a comprehensive testing were Bridgeport Elementary and North Jackson High School. All other schools are subject to limited testing, and we reported no findings in our report, and the entire report is available on our site, www.examiners.alabama.gov, under the Audit Reports tab. And that's my presentation. Quick and easy.
Thank you.
Board members have any questions? So we appreciate. It's sad to say that we appreciate the audits, but we appreciate the report.
Audit you can get.
That's the ones we appreciate the most. If it hadn't been as good, we probably wouldn't appreciate it as much as we do this one. But we, it's a big system. A lot of money comes in and out. There's a lot of moving pieces, and it's hard to be perfect on everything. But I think we try, and our local schools try really hard to be right. So we applaud our bookkeepers and our principals and everybody that goes into making this audit a good audit. So we appreciate that. Thank you for coming. Sorry we made you wait. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so we will go on into general business. A, consider a motion for any additions, corrections, or deletions to the May 14th, 2025 work session and board meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion to approve those.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor of approving those minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. B, consider a motion for any corrections, additions, or deletions to the May 28th, 2025 work session minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor of approving those minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. C, consider a motion to approve the financial statements and the list of reconciled bank accounts for April 2025. The total payroll expenditures, $4,600,430.50, and the non-payroll expenditures, $3,451,757.55.
I'll make a
A
motion.
motion to approve.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor of approving those statements, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. D, consider a motion to approve the contract between Jackson County Board of Education and Kylie Beatty, a teacher, for providing extended school year services.
I'll make a motion.
A motion
Second.
to approve and a second. Any discussion? All in favor of approving this extended contract, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. E, consider a motion to approve the contract between Jackson County Board of Education and Melinda Gilbert, a teacher, for providing extended school year services.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion to approve.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor of approving Ms. Gilbert's contract, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. F, consider a motion to approve the contract between the Jackson County Board of Education and Samantha Wood and AID for providing extended school year services.
Make a motion.
Have a motion to
Second.
approve. Second, any discussion? All in favor of approving this contract, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. G, consider a motion to approve the contract between Jackson County Board of Education and a school nurse for providing after-school nursing services.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. As far as discussion goes, since this is not an individually named nurse, is this going to?
Rotation. It's a rotation.
Rotation, okay. And we've done something like this similar in the past. So, thank you for the explanation. So I had a motion and a second. All in favor of approving this contract, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. H, consider a motion to approve the fire science instructor agreement between Jackson County Board of Education and the City of Scottsboro, in particular the Scottsboro Fire Department.
I'll make a
We have a
motion.
motion.
Second.
We have a second. Mr. Knight,
Yep.
any discussion? All in favor of approving this agreement, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item I, consider a motion to approve the purchase of machinery and supplies from Phillips Commercial in the amount of $131,717.48. This is for KDCIA.
I do want to add, this is from a grant from Boeing.
Okay?
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion to approve.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor of approving this purchase, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Under personnel, we're going to take these in a couple of different sections. So, board members, if I get off, you correct me and we'll do it again. But we are going to look at under retirements. We do have a number of those, and for the sake of time, and we have a training session, we're going to group some of these. So we're going to consider a motion to approve the recommendations in items A through D.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. Mr. Matthews, any discussion? All in favor of approving the personnel recommendations in items A through D under retirement, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We're going to move to E. Consider a motion to accept the retirement of Beth Haynes, a work-based learning coordinator at Kevin Duke's Career and Innovation Academy, effective July 1, 2025.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion. Second. Jenna, I abstain. Relation. Any discussion? All in favor of approving this retirement, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We're going to go F through G. We're going to consider a motion to accept the retirements of the individuals in item F through G.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion?
Second.
A second. Any discussion? All in favor of approving the retirements in items F through G, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under resignations, we have a group of those, and we're going to take those resignations. So we're going to consider a motion to accept the resignations of the individuals in items A through G at the designated dates.
I'll make a
We have
motion.
a motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor of approving those resignations in A through G, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Under contracts, we've got about 3 different groups we're going to do here. Under the first one, item A, consider a motion to approve the non-probationary principal contract of Sam Houston as a principal at Stevenson Elementary School, effective July the 1st, 2025.
I'll make a
We
motion.
have a motion.
Second.
And second, Mr. King. Jenna, I abstained on that one. Is there any discussion? All in favor of approving this non-probationary contract, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under B, we have consider a motion to approve the contract with Rob Paradise as the JAG Program Specialist effective July the 30th, 2025.
I'll make a motion.
Make a
Second.
motion, a second. Any discussion? Mr. Knight
I'm
is
abstaining.
abstaining on that
I'm
one.
abstaining.
So we have a motion and a second and one abstain. All in favor of approving this contract, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We're going to move to items C through E. Consider a motion to approve the contracts for the individuals in C through E.
I'll make a motion.
We have a
Second.
motion, Mr. Knight, second by Mr. Matthews. Any discussion? All in favor of approving those contracts in C through E, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under transfers, we've got a number of those, and we're going to be able to take those in one. So we're going to consider a motion to transfer the individuals in items A through K to their designated location at their designated time.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion,
Second.
second. Any discussion on those transfers? All in favor of approving those transfers, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under employments, again, we've got, it's going to be in 3 different groups, so we would like to take A through N. So we're going to consider a motion to employ the individuals in items A through N at their designated location and designated time.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion,
Second.
second. Any discussion? All in favor of approving those individuals in A through N, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Then we're going to take item O, and that is consider motion to employ Doug Haynes as a part-time, not to exceed 50% secondary teacher at Pisgah High School effective July the 30th,
I'll make a
2025.
motion.
We have a motion,
Second.
second. Any discussion? All in favor I abstain on that one, John. So no discussion, then all in favor of approving item O, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And we're going to go back and we're going to catch items P through Y. So we're going to consider a motion to approve the employments of the individuals in items P through Y at their designated location and their designated time.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any discussion? All in favor of approving those items in P through Y, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under coaching assignments, we've got a few of those there, and I think we were able to take all those in one motion. So we're going to consider a motion to approve the coaching assignments for the individuals listed in A through item H.
I'll make a
We have a
motion.
motion to approve.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor of approving those coaching assignments in items A through H, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And now we're down to announcements. So, Mr. Davidson?
Yes, under announcements, the first announcement is going to be naming the architect that will design the elementary school at Skyline and the project moving forward there. After looking at all the designs and looking at the history and the heritage and the community, the rock, everything that was incorporated in the design, and being in a building that we all can agree was designed well in the Kevin Dix building, again, we're going to go with Ward Scott Morris in the next decision to make of designing that project. And we'll be working together to come together to design and get exactly what the community and the school system needs in a building that's going to last decades to come at Skyline.
I think we need to go ahead and, if, Mr. Porter, if it's to go ahead and do the Ward Scott, contact them about being the overseer of the project.
You mean Scout?
Scout,
Yeah,
yes.
Scout.
Scout, for those who may not know, Scout was the project manager that we used on this facility. So they came in and kind of kept up to date records on the progress. So when we'd have our board meetings, Ward Scott would be here with the representatives, and Scout, the project management group, would come, and the board was able to ask questions of both. And typically, they both presented to the board and kind of gave us updates on what our progress was, if we were getting what we were paying for, and all that. So it was a great help. And as a matter of fact, Scout, one of their founders is a board member in Cleveland County. So he kind of knows the deal. So it was a big help, and they were so helpful for us and used by a lot of systems in North Alabama. So I think that's also a good idea, and that will be something I guess we can take up just a little bit later.
Yeah, well, I'll get with Mr. Porter and we'll start working on the contract.
Okay.
I got a few more announcements. As you walked in tonight, it wasn't an obstacle course out there. That's actually boxes that have been delivered by the Food Bank of Huntsville. They brought those in a tractor trailer load. I think Mr. Masterman back there helped them unload it. Do you remember how many pallets it was? 57 pallets of food. Those boxes will be distributed on Friday at 5 p.m. from 5 to 8 and Saturday from 9 until noon. Each student qualifies for 5 boxes. A parent can show up and get 5 boxes for each student they have. We also have some odd summer hours next week. Just let everybody know the offices and schools will be closed next Thursday, June 19th, in recognition of Juneteenth. It is now a state and national holiday. We will all be at the school board and the superintendent's conferences next week. Our next board meeting, if you want to mark your calendar, we've already set these dates, so we've already set the next 3 meetings. The next meeting will be June 25th. That is a Wednesday. It's at 8 a.m. and it's personnel only. It's not a work session. That's in 2 weeks. Then in July, our meeting dates for July, the work session and board meeting will be Wednesday, July the 16th at 5 p.m. And then we will have a personnel only meeting just like we typically do right before school starts on July the 30th at 5 p.m. On July the 29th, we're going to have RSA, which is the Retirement Systems of Alabama, back in our county. They're going to be presenting to new employees, mid-career employees, and near the end employees, talking about retirement options, PHIP, and investments. So that information, look for that coming out from Miss Melissa Chapman. Our school year actually starts for teachers next month, July 30th. July 30th and 31st was a Wednesday and a Thursday. That's professional development. Our institute is Friday, August the 1st, and Dr. Eric Mackey, State Superintendent, will be our keynote speaker. And students return to school on Wednesday, August the 6th. That's it.
Anybody else have any announcements? Mr. King, you got anything?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. All right, then we will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
A motion,
Second.
second, any discussion? All in favor of adjourn, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We're now adjourned.